The digital currency will never replace the IQD, and there is no need to worry, as they are two different animals for two entirely different uses. Fintech is happening whether people like it or not, and it's happening very fast. Frank 26 question: how much time would they give to exchange the dinar? 6 months to a year. Or maybe forever, the same thing like the American dollar. We still got a $1,000 note that's legal tender. The 3rd of June 2025 Newshound Guru Militia Man: they're not going to be just using the dollar anymore, they're going to be using dinar in the future. That's big. They're not internationally accepted on the Forex around the world just yet. Once they are, this dinar story is going to change. How the Development Road project will automatically help Iraq increase the value of its currency. When other countries need to buy Iraq's international transport service, hopefully they must pay for these services using the IQD. The more IQD they purchase, the more the value of the currency goes up. This is the economic point that Iraq is headed for. The new rate more than likely will not be 1-to-1, but what if it gets to 25 cents to $1? Many of us, who hold 1 million IQD, will be in line to receive $250,000. Analysis detailing the reasons for the fluctuations in the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar over 21 years. Supply and demand were the most influential. December was the month with the most frequent increase in the value of the dinar, followed by August and June with increases in the value of the dinar against the dollar in 11 years, then April 10th times. The analysis concluded that the seasonal effect remains one of the main elements in determining the exchange rate trends in Iraq, as a recurring pattern appears at the end of the year and the beginning of the fiscal year. What we're doing is crossing our fingers and hoping Iraq changes the exchange rate while the 3 zeros are still on the currency. If they remove those zeros, those millions of dollars you thought you were going get, you're not going to get. If we can get Iran to start working with Sudani, you see, it's not that Iran has to do things, Iran doesn't have to do things that Trump wants them to do. Trump doesn't need Iran. What it is Iran has to spot the things that they are doing. That's what Trump wants of Iran: security and stability, is demanded of the monetary reform. Kurdistan oil and Iranian gas. America puts Iraq in front of two options: either implementing orders or sanctions the dinar. Do I still think it's coming down the road? Yes, as far as I know right now. But there is too much going on with Syria and that whole thing. We don't know where it's going to go, or is the United States going to attack ISIS again? Iran is being threatened by Israel and the United States. There's no information to simply say one side or the other. Having said that, has Iraq's financial goals changed? Has what they said they want to do with the Iraqi dinar changed? No, it has not. It's just how are they going to participate to be part of the global markets the best way they can? Question: assuming this digital dinar happens, will we need to turn in our currency and allow it to be converted to digital? If so, where will it be held? At some point, you may have to get a dinar-denominated account through some market maker or ECN. Then of course, you could watch the dinar rise or sell it when you want to cash out. But all of that is yet to be determined. No need to get ahead of ourselves. Question: any bond or RV news today, Mark? Marks, there are many stories of people who have been processing throughout the week. They are being told they plan to have them all done by the 17th or 18th of March. So we can go at any time between now and then. I do have somebody who expects to keep their appointment to change their currency late this afternoon. I think they may be premature. It may be a banker who was optimistic and set the appointment. They have not yet cancelled it. It would make my day if they got to exchange. Even if the bank jumped the gun. The Development Road project has global support, and that is clear as day to me. What we see today, Iraq is ready for their revaluation of their currency. Interest rates high globally, which is good, key. Economic performance of their GDP, which they're going to grow, which is huge. Foreign investment and government policies in place for investors. And overall market sentiment. A country's currency is revalued when its economic strength is perceived right. Budget tables will reach Parliament next week. We had heard that the bondholders have received, but we haven't confirmed it yet that they have received their emails. That gives them access or tells them when they get access to their accounts. At the same time, we get emails giving us a toll-free number to set our appointments. The Deputy Chairman of the Parliamentary Oil and Gas Committee, Adnan Al-Jabri, called on the government today, Thursday, to expedite the referral of the oil and gas law to the Council of Representatives, stressing that its legislation is an essential step to regulate the management of oil wealth and ensure the fair distribution of revenues between the federal government and the producing regions and governorates. Al-Jabri said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency that the legislation of the oil and gas law is a necessary step to regulate the management of oil and gas wealth in Iraq, noting that this law will contribute to guaranteeing the rights of the producing regions and governorates, in addition to developing a clear strategy for investing these resources in the long term. He explained, the law will protect oil wealth from different interpretations, whether in the Kurdistan region or in the producing governorates, and will work to resolve the existing differences between the federal government and the regional government, and control the relationship between the producing governorates and the center. He pointed out that Article 112 of the Iraqi constitution stipulates the necessity of regulating the oil and gas sector through the enactment of a special law, but the lack of a common vision and agreement between the federal government and the Kurdistan region, as well as between the producing provinces and Baghdad, has prevented its approval so far. He stressed the importance of reaching a consensus that guarantees the rights of all parties, calling on the government to refer the law to the Council of Representatives as soon as possible to ensure the fair and equitable regulation of oil revenues. It is noteworthy that the approval of the oil and gas law was delayed for several parliamentary sessions due to political differences that prevented reaching a consensus on it. Reuters revealed on Thursday that the meeting held in the Iraqi capital, Baghdad, regarding the resumption of Kurdistan region oil exports ended without reaching an agreement. The Iraqi Oil Ministry hosted talks aimed at accelerating the resumption of oil exports from the Kurdistan region, after they were postponed until Thursday due to disagreements between oil companies and the Iraqi Oil Ministry over terms. Reuters reported, according to 5 informed sources, that an American diplomat will attend a meeting scheduled in Baghdad today, Thursday, regarding the resumption of oil exports from the Kurdistan region via the Turkish Ceyhan pipeline, in light of Washington's efforts to pressure for the resumption of exports.